Welcome to the third installment of my Christmas in July series. So if you haven't been watching my writing vlogs, I'm currently revising a Christmas book which will come out later this year from HQ Digital. And while I'm revising, I am all about the Christmas feels. So previously I've covered Netflix, Lifetime, and Freeform movies, which I will link in the cards above and the description box below in case you missed it. Today I'm going to talk about my favorite mainstream Christmas movies. So let's jump right in. Hey there, my name is Katlyn Duncan and I am a traditionally published author and ghostwriter. So today I'm going to talk to you about my top mainstream Christmas movies. In the previous videos, all of the movies sort of revolved around romance, and while there's romance in this list, not all of the movies completely revolve around it. So let's get started. Number 5, Home Alone. This movie is like the epitome of my childhood. It came out in 1990 and man, do I feel old. Now, the premise of this movie really doesn't hold up in current times with technology, but since I'm an early millennial, I know what it's like to just have a landline in your house and really not be able to contact anyone other than using the landline. So if you have no idea what I'm talking about or never have seen this movie, I suggest you go rent it or buy it, or I could just tell you a little bit about it right now. So 8-year-old Kevin McAllister, played by Macaulay Culkin, wakes up during his Christmas vacation and realizes his entire family is gone. They had gone on this trip to Paris for the holiday without him. At first, this seems really fun, until a pair of burglars stalks their neighborhood and hones in on his house. For me, the fun in this movie comes from a simpler time, where a kid can be a kid and get excited about being left home alone and use his toys to fight off burglars, while also realizing how important his family is in the process. So we're on to movie number 4. While You Were Sleeping, starring Sandra Bullock and Bill Pullman. Now, most of the time when people talk about Christmas movies, this one really isn't on their radar, but it actually does take place during the Christmas season. I believe the first scene in that movie takes place on Christmas Day. So I'm counting it, and that's what's gonna happen. So this movie takes place in Chicago, and Lucy, who is played by Sandra Bullock, is a fare token collector at a train station. And she has this massive crush on one of the commuters who she's only spoken to a few times, but she looks at him from afar, and his name is Peter, and he's played by Peter Gallagher. So one day he falls onto the train tracks and she rushes out and rescues him. And because she has a crush on him, she wants to see how he's doing, so she goes to the hospital to check up on him, and they accidentally mistaken her for his fiance. Now, she could easily say she's not his fiance, but she doesn't. And his family is all there, and he is in a coma, so he really can't tell anyone that that's really not the truth. So Lucy is such a sweet character, but she is unable to tell them the truth because the grandma has heart issues, and she's afraid if she tells the truth that this grandmother will end up in the hospital herself. So she befriends Peter's brother, Jack, played by Bill Pullman. Now, they start up a quick friendship and they start to fall for each other, but there's a lot of conflict because Jack thinks that she is engaged to his brother, yet he feels that they have more in common than Peter and Lucy. I love this movie. I literally cannot stop smiling while I'm watching the entire thing. It's adorable, it's sweet, and it gives me all the Christmas feels. Movie number 3, The Holiday, starring Kate Winslet, Cameron Diaz, Jack Black, and Jude Law. This movie is about Kate and Cameron's characters, Iris and Amanda respectively, who take part in a home exchange over the holidays. Amanda goes to the UK to stay in Iris's cute little cottage, while Iris comes to Los Angeles to stay in Amanda's amazing and massive house. Can you tell which one I want to visit? So during their stay, Amanda starts to fall for Iris's brother, Graham, played by Jude Law. And Iris is trying to get over this man in her life. I believe he's married, so it's not a great situation. She meets Jack Black's character, Miles, who is a movie score composer. Again, adorable. This movie is so cute. I love it so much. I love all the characters. It's funny, it's sad, it's so sweet. So we get the best of both worlds here when it comes to weather, where Iris's house is cold and snowy and Amanda's house is warm and sunny, while taking part in two of the sweetest romances. Movie number 2, The Family Stone. This movie is an ensemble of some amazing actors. We have Diane Keaton, Dermot Mulroney, Sarah Jessica Parker, Luke Wilson, Rachel McAdams, Claire Danes, the works. So it's about a series of mishaps surrounding Sarah Jessica Parker's character, Meredith, who is hoping to get engaged to Dermot Mulroney's character, Everett. So the Stone family is not really receptive toward Meredith's personality. And they honestly don't shy away from telling her exactly how they feel, but through a lot of passive-aggressive behaviors. All of these characters have such strong personalities, and they definitely clash over this holiday classic. This movie always makes me cry laughing and cry crying. It's heartwarming, cute, and festive, and one of my favorite movies. And now we're at movie number 1, Just Friends, starring Ryan Reynolds, Anna Faris, and Amy Smart. I freaking love this movie. It is hilarious from top to bottom and so much fun. Ryan's character Chris starts off as an overweight high schooler who has the biggest crush on his best friend, Amy Smart's character, Jamie. Now, at her graduation party, there is an embarrassing situation where Chris just cannot take it anymore, and he flees, and he doesn't talk to anyone in his hometown other than his family for about 10 years. So in those 10 years, he's lost weight and has become more confident than ever. Now he is a record producer who is tasked with producing the newest single from the self-absorbed Samantha James, who is a huge pop sensation played by Anna Faris. So Chris and Samantha are supposed to go to Paris to sign paperwork for her next album. Well, a mishap occurs on their plane and they have to emergency land near his hometown. And then there he runs into Jamie again, and all his feels come back for her, but he, instead of being the confident man he is today, he starts to regress into his high school self and ends up back in the friend zone with her when all he really wants to do is be with her. This movie is so ridiculous, but it's so fun and so romantic. And always, it reminds me of Christmas. So tell me, have you seen any of these movies? Did you like them? Did you not like them? What are some of your favorite mainstream Christmas movies? As usual, let me know in the comments below. I'd love to have a conversation with you about Christmas. So that's it. If you enjoyed this video, do give it a like, hit that subscribe button, and ring that bell so you know the next time I post a video. I have one more of these videos for you in July, and I'm so excited for this one. And I'll see you soon.